Hi, Shane here from Gillen Motorhomes, and I'm just going to do another one of my walk around videos of this lovely Joa Camp 70T. Now, you've probably seen these. I've had a couple of these before, but I said I'll do a brand new video on this one. Okay, so this is a 2023 left-hand drive. This is a 4-belt, but it will actually sleep 5. You can make up the front table into a bed. Okay, very quickly walk around. The van is in absolutely cracking order. We actually sold this to the customer 2 years ago, and we've taken it back in. It's in absolutely cracking order. You can see there's no marks, no dings. Really nice condition. There's a little over 30,000 kilometers on it. We've just serviced it, so needs nothing like that, and it's not due a test for another, what are we now? It's not due a test till next year, so nothing to worry about. It's taxed and it's ready to go. Now, very quickly I'll explain. Joa, for the people who are not familiar with them, are a sub-brand of Pilote, which are a very expensive French brand. So to give a comparison, this would be the equivalent of Corrado is to Heimer. So this is their entry-level model, but what I like about them is they don't feel entry-level, but they're a really nice camper, or motorhome I should say. So this is built on the Citroen 2.2. It's very similar to the Fiat and the Peugeot. They're all the one company now. Okay, so very quickly, moving down the right-hand side. As I said, this is 7 meters long, and I'll do the inside now in a second, but very quickly you can see it's got a nice big garage. You can see you will get bikes in there, you won't stand in there, but it's got a good big garage, and it's got a double entry on the other side, which is always nice to have. If I pull back, as I said, now it doesn't have an awning fitted. We do have them in stock if it's something you want, so that can be all fitted. But what I always recommend to people is try the camper first. You might be a case that you never use an awning, but if it's something you want, we do have them in stock and we can fit them in a matter of hours. Moving around the back, again, nice big clean straight camper. Now, one thing I do like about these campers is, I'll try and show it you a bit later on, they come with one of the best reversing cameras. It's a really wide angle one. I'll try and show it to you when I get in the cab. So there's that. The outside of these are GRP, so they're glass fiber reinforced plastic, so they're hail resistant and stuff like that. Now again, it doesn't have a bike rack fitted. We have them in stock if that's something you want. Okay, so don't let that put you off. And again, if we come around to the left hand side, there's the other side locker door. I'll quickly run up the right left hand side so you can see how clean it is. There's no marks, no dings, no nothing. And as I said, we've only just serviced this, so it needs absolutely nothing. It's in cracking order. Okay, I'm going to pause here and we'll pop inside and have a quick look. So here we are inside, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is my favourite bed layout. I call it the 2.5. There is an infill cushion for this, or you can use that for little bits and bobs and stuff like that. But when you're lying in the bed in this configuration, it's the most comfortable layout, because particularly when the infill cushion's in, when you're lying in the bed, it feels like you're lying in a double bed. They're not difficult to get in and out of, but you still have loads of storage under the bed, here and under here, and of course you still have the big garage. Now to the rear, you have more storage, overhead lockers, absolutely great. Oop, might help if I brought the camera down a little bit. That's all good. Okay, and it's finished. I like the finish in this. I would describe it as very modern, sound almost IKEA-ish, but it's a bit minimalist, but I like it. Okay, so that's that. One little extra the previous customer put onto it was he put a max air fan on it. Now that's remote controlled, so that's a 12-volt fan. The idea behind that fan is it's not aircon, but what it does is it gives you a nice breeze through the van. particularly when you're away. I could probably do with it today. It's very warm as I'm filming this. So the idea behind that is it gives you put the fan on and you crack a window at the front and it'll give you a lovely breeze through the van. They're a great thing. That has a built-in light and blind and stuff like that. So I'll step up here into the bedroom and I'll turn around and I'll show you very quickly the bathroom. So really clever use of space in these, okay? Defilus used this layout as well. So that kitchen, that sink, I was going to say kitchen sink, that bathroom sink moves. So you have, there you are, there's your shower, there's your toilet. But as you say, there's no shower, but all you do is, let's see if we can do this one-handed. Perfect, there we go. Pop that back, a little clip up here, and we step back, and there is your shower. So it's a great space-saving exercise. You're not losing, you know, a whole room to a separate bath or a separate shower or a separate toilet. So it's a great use of space. I think it's very clever. So we'll pop back up here again. We'll pop that in there. Pop this back away. Okay. So that's your combi toilet and shower. Really good, clever use of space. Again, it can be secured off with a wall like that, but there is also a curtain, a privacy curtain here, so you can screen the whole bedroom off from the bathroom and front section. Now, while I'm here, you can probably just see it here, I'll get on to the kitchen area. Really nice thing. It's got one of the big, tall Dometic three-way fridges. Great joke, really good, and it's nice to have something, you know, it's not one of the under-the-counter ones. You have loads of storage under here, and huge big drawers, and again, you have more storage up over the sink. So I'll show you the sink area now. Hang on, we'll pull the camera down, that's all good. Nice big sink, and then again, you have a Dometic 2-burner hob. Okay, very good. Now, very quickly, we're moving very quickly through this one. I'm going to come around now to the seating area. So this is a 5-bed 4-belt. Okay, so that's not a traveling seat, but these seats around here to your left are, and obviously you have the 2 at the front. So you also have an electric bed. I'll step back here. You can see it's a nice big large. I'll pull it down there actually when we have it down. Okay, you have a nice big large double bed. I've slept in these beds before. They're very comfy, and because they're open both sides, they don't feel anyway claustrophobic or anything like that. Some of them can do. Now, okay, get the bed back up out of the way. Perfect. Okay, so as I said, you can make this up into another bed if you want, but it's a nice use of space. I tell you what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to pause the video very quickly and we'll turn the seats. Now, there we are with the seats turned. So comfortably, you will seat 4, 5, maybe 6 people. You know, definitely 5 people, no problem. But it's a nice layout. It's a nice bit of space. When the seats are turned like that, it feels nice and airy. Again, you back out curtains around the front for a bit of privacy. But it's finished in this faux leather, which is nice and wipeable. Again, you don't get that normally with a entry-level van, but this feels a little bit more, it doesn't feel entry-level, but it's a great little van. Now, last thing we're going to do, quickly while we're here, I mentioned it earlier on, is the reversing camera. I'm going to show you that now. So, I have to turn on the ignition, would be a good trick. So, there you go. I hope that comes across on the video. It's one of the best reversing cameras. It's wide angle, but it doesn't feel distorted, but it will show you all the way back down the road. It's a brilliant camera. They're one of the best. Okay, we'll pop that off there. Now, and again, coming back around, you have, as I said, we'll move the little seat here. Now, that's better. Okay, so it's built in the Citroen, which is basically a Fiat Peugeot and Citroen have all been the one company now for a couple of years. There is 31,000 kilometers on it, and as I said, we've just serviced it. It's got all the normals. It's got cab aircon, cruise control, what else? Speed restrictions and stuff like that. But yeah, it's in very good order. It needs nothing doing to it. All it needs is a new owner. So I'm going to conclude in here. We're going to pause one more time and we'll pop outside and finish the video off. Now, that concludes the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please give me a call in the garage, 085 810 9930. And as always, we're open Monday to Friday, but if you want to see something in the evening or on the weekend, just give us a call. Okay, thanks for watching.